Hello, everybody. It's a Tuesday. It's the Ready, Set, Grow show with Devin Hillary. And yeah, we were sitting down here, ready and waiting for that live button, and I didn't hit it. So yeah, sometimes technology works with us. So we are continuing our who are we becoming series, and we're talking about who are we becoming in the different aspects of our business, and we've talked about the financial, sales, and closing. Today we're talking about that marketing genius. So we had this little segue last week. We were talking about sales, and sales comes at the end, but there's something that comes before it, and that's how you develop that marketing genius, right? And Deb is gonna give us a lot, like some of her experiences in that, especially. Yes.
Well, some of my experiences are if I don't plug in to where I need to plug in, um, I guess we can correlate it to a gas tank. My gas tank gets empty, it
Yeah.
starts getting empty. And so when I get that way, which really hasn't happened for a while now, because I'm aware of it, um, it's like, oh my gosh, what's wrong with me? And then it dawns on me, well, Deb, you haven't plugged into this, you haven't read that, or whatever. So, in order to keep your gas tank full, you need to be plugged in.
Yes.
Hillary and I are in a community that we have events going all the time that we can plug into, that we need to plug into, and that helps um, fill my tank, fill Hillary's tank. It helps us grow because we learn value. And that's the other thing. If we don't keep our tank filled, how can we pass things on to you?
Exactly.
And so other things too are reading. And I brought a couple of books that I have. A couple of them I've read and one I am reading. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. That came into my life years ago. And I thought, no, that sounds like a. Well, I just finished it last week. And I am telling you, we talked about financial intelligence last week, I think it was.
Yes. No, it
Yeah,
was week
last
before.
week.
Yeah. Yes, it
Last
was.
week.
Yes.
And that so opened my eyes, just being the woman of the house and paying the bills and things like that, financial intelligence, not to mention running my own business. This one I read quite a while ago. I loved it. It's about procrastination. And I
And we
think we
do.
all procrastinate. Yes, at one
Definitely.
time or another. So this is the one that I'm reading right now. And it
Ooh.
is awesome. I love it. Being a rhinoceros, rhinoceroses have thick skin and they just focus. They see something and they just focus. And it's a very simple read, so to say, very easy read. And again, you can see it's not very thick
Not
either.
very thick. Yeah.
And so that is another way to make sure that you are keeping your tank filled by doing some personal growth. And I read every morning, I do my prayers, and then I do my reading. And then because usually my day just goes, whoop, and so I make sure that gets done first thing. But today, I have to tell you, today I voted first thing. And got that done. My husband and I went yesterday to vote, and coming out of the doors, coming two lines going different directions, we would have been in line probably 2 to 3 hours. And I said, no, I don't have time. And so I said, we'll just get up. We'll go at 6 a.m. We were in line at 5:50. And the doors opened at 6, and we were back in the van by 6:20. So I did my duty. I did my privilege of voting. And so anyway, that kind of fills my tank. And I'm hoping my tank won't get drained by tonight or next week or next month or whenever they'll have all the votes counted. But anyway, so your marketing genius is you got to have a full tank. If Hillary and I did not have a full tank, we couldn't come to you every week
Every week.
and
Exactly.
bring you value. So that's how I keep my tank full.
You know, Deb, as you were just pulling your books, I thought it interesting because I pulled up mine. I pulled up my book. Right. So this is what I'm reading. No, but it's so funny because you actually showed the physical books. I do have some physical books, right? I'm like almost done with this one. I think I've been showing this on a live like all the time. But I tend to read books simultaneously. So I've got The Purple Cow. I just finished Think and Grow Rich, and I've picked up, so on the Kindle, I picked up What to Say When You Talk to Yourself. And this is a book that has been recommended over and over again. And I'm finally, because once I finished one on the Kindle, then I pick up another one on the Kindle. When I finish one physical, then I pick up another physical. So this is my next physical book that I'm going to be pouring into. And a lot of these are marketing books. So when we talk about marketing genius, you've got to not only marketing genius is two things, because online, in the online space, marketing is in of itself sharing value. All right. And one of the things, you know, that Deb and I shared quite a couple months ago was the whole concept of how do you market your business inside of Facebook groups, and how you use groups, and what do you say, and all that stuff. Right. And the reality is, when you're inside of those groups, you're not just posting, hey, who likes Android versus Apple? All right. No, you're posting things that are of value. And those generally come from the content that you're consuming, whether it's good. I mean, not whether, but it should be content that's valuable to the people that you're sharing it with. So when we talk about marketing genius is having that tank full. Your tank full, you tapping into all of your resources. So like another thing that I do on a daily basis, I get this email summary of social media things that are going on, because that's my, you know, that's my niche. I'm like, I want to know what's going on in the social media world, not what people are sharing on social media, but what's happening in the industry of social media. So that is another way that I keep in touch. Every week I go into my social media managers group and I see what's going on, what's on the pulse, because social media managers see social media a little differently to most people, right? Most people are thinking, oh, we got this on social media and that on social media. And we're sitting down here thinking about, did everybody's reach go down this week, or did all right? We're sitting down there thinking about the stats and like, are anybody's ads getting shut down this week for their clients, or so and so? And those are the time in the script, right? So plugging into the different communities that you're a part of to get information, but also to provide information, and definitely reading. I can't say it more. I mean, there are enough marketing books out there. This one, I think, as I'm finishing it up, you know, it may seem to some people like when you read these type of books, it's like, oh, but it's more of the same. They're telling you the same thing. But if they're telling you the same thing, are you doing it? That's the next step to the marketing genius. It's like, yes, you could plug in, you could tune in, but are you executing on the information that you're getting, right? And that is critical. So, you know, again, taking it back to that gas tank, one of the things that I remember way back when I got started, very similar, it was a different community, but we plugged into that community and we got the resources. And one of the, I mean, top affiliates at the time said that your notes are your paychecks. All right. I think we've heard that many times in different ways. Your notes are your paychecks. And when he said that, there were many people that sat down like, okay, but I got tons of notes. And this is a notebook. I put it out because this is a notebook from back in that time when he said your notes are your paycheck. And I went back there and I thought to myself, yeah, I wrote a blog post on everything that's in this notebook. And I'm like, how can I stop doing that? Right? So everything that you're consuming, whether it's an article, whether it's a video, a training video, whether it's an update, that becomes marketing material for your business. You know, it really becomes marketing material for your business that you can go out there and now share with others who are going to find value in it. And then they're going to get to know you better, like you better, and trust you better. And then, we go back to what we spoke about last week with the sales, right? So you got to do this part first before you jump into the sales.
Right.
Yes,
And
definitely.
the thing is, just like the gas tank, you fill up your brain by reading and going to events and taking notes, and well, in order to continue to fill, you've got to dump, which means we have the value that we take in, we have to give to you. It's not fair and it's not right for us to hold it, because we want to move forward. And a part of the reason we're doing this every Tuesday is to help you move forward too, so we can give you some value. So we're kind of dumping out, kind of like the gas tank, as you go, the gas goes down. Same with the person. As you go, it's like, no. So you got to fill up. Well, that's what we want to do with you, but we got to dump out of our brain what we've learned. So, yeah, it's totally about giving value, and you can't do good marketing without value.
Value, definitely, I must say. So that's this week's episode on Who Are You Becoming. So let us know in the comments below. What are you reading this month? What podcast are you listening to? What are you taking in? How are you going to fill your tank this week, this month? This is, what are we calling it? Govember. All right. So it's Govember. What are you doing to fill your tank this Govember? All right.
Yeah.
So have a great one, everybody, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah. Goodbye.
Bye.